Away from that now, since the removal of petrol subsidy, there has been a hike in the price of the commodity. Before now, the product was sold for about 190 naira per litre, but the price has now gone up to between 600 naira and 700 naira. And that's since President Bola Tinubu pronounced that subsidy is gone. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, is now assuring Nigerians of the government's plan to ease the pains of the hike in the price of petrol. Mr. Akume, in a tweet, said, as our team, quote now, as our team takes shape, I want to remind you all that at official ABAT came prepared. He came with a plan. He knows what to do, and he's doing it. He has nurtured this vision for decades, and is now bringing it to life, end quote. While describing the subsidy regime as regressive, he said the country needed to end it. He, however, urged Nigerians to be patient as government is already working out modalities to ensure market forces normalize pricing. But TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde is joining us live now from Abuja for more on the government's promise to make life better for Nigerians in the aftermath of the fuel subsidy removal. Femi, thank you for joining us. Quickly talk us through this tweet of reassurance. What exactly are we hearing about how government hopes to address the economic reality?
Yes, Precious. Well, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation is doing what is most pertinent at the moment. That is explaining to Nigerians the intention of government, begging for their understanding, asking them to be patient with government to allow government execute that plan that they have for Nigerians. Well, a lot of people are saying that indeed they did not bargain for the sudden removal in the subsidy on petroleum product and, the hardship that has come with it. But, what George Akume, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, is saying is that he understands the intentions of President Bola Tinubu. In his capacity as SGF, he supervises the federal cabinet, and he's also neck deep in helping formulate policies of government. So as someone who knows, he's just trying to explain to Nigerians that indeed this government administration of President Bola Tinubu has good intentions, and Nigerians should only wait and see. We already know that the National Economic Council has rolled out palliative measures. We're hearing that states will be more involved in ensuring that this hardship, the impact of this fuel subsidy removal is cushioned. All of that is already in progress, and George Akume is just adding his voice to ensure that indeed he speaks on behalf of the federal government and gets that message across to Nigerians to let them know that the federal government understands their pains and is working to ameliorate all the hardship. Precious.
Well, it's actually Abosede. Well, Nigerians have been told to be patient, and wait for a government action. Yes, please. Just how soon do you think all of this would materialize for Nigerians to actually see what the promise is?
Well, Bossy, I'm sorry. The ball has been set rolling already. We are hearing state governments already rolling out plans. We just had the latest from our correspondent in Kwara State, Ibrahim Alege, telling us about the multi-billion naira palliative plan of the Kwara State government. That is what is happening across board in all 36 states. A lot of them are also coming up with their social registers that captures the names of the poor and vulnerable people who will be directly impacted with these palliative measures that has already been rolled out. So we expect immediate impact across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. There are also medium and long-term measures, but in the short term, all of these palliative measures are already being implemented. Basede.
We know that the palliatives themselves are, a source of concern. People asking about what mode the palliative would take, how much would it be, how much of an impact really would it have on families and the overall plan to actually bring people out of poverty and help them in this particular time. So, but what are you hearing really about, is it fund, how much, and the level of impact really that it should have on citizens and beneficiaries?
Well, about how much, that is left for the state governments to to decide, because each state have their own peculiarities. Their financial resources are not equal, so it depends on what they can afford, because they would have to also look inward. Indeed, they will get money from the federal government, but there are also efforts that the state and local government will make in ensuring that they reach out to everybody. Everyone is carried along in the disbursement of these palliatives, and in also implementing other measures that would help cushion the hardship caused by the subsidy removal. We are hearing that some state governments are already making plans to provide mass transit, free mass transit for their workers. Some of them are talking about giving loans to small and medium-scale businesses with as the single-digit interest rate, and also ensuring that they have access to these loans. Some people are talking about tax waivers for some classes of businesses. So all of these plans are just being put together, and at the end of the day, we expect that overall it would have a far-reaching impact on those in dire need of it. Ambassador.
And finally, Femi, what really is the mood in Abuja? Are the fuel queues back? What does it look like?
Well, there are no queues at petrol stations in Abuja. Everyone can just drive in, within 5 minutes get attended to, buy the product and drive out. That is not a challenge. What people are just concerned about is the hike in the pump price of petrol. But we already know that is being, the prices are being dictated by market forces. But the access to the product is quite free at the moment. Everyone has unhindered access to petroleum products, and it's that the queues are not back. The hardship experience in the past at petrol stations has kind of eased off. The challenge for people is how much they have to pay to get the products. Ambassador.
All right, Femi Akonde, State House correspondent there for us in Abuja. Thank you, Femi.